Hi, I'm Holly with Vito Farm. We are a Zone 9B family farm located in Loomis, California. We are growing on 5 acres. We have a flower farm. We have pigs, as you can hear in the background. We raise pigs, we raise chickens, we raise eggs. So we are doing all the things. So I want to show you what we have going on today. So we are out here in our shade garden, which is right next to, as you can see, our pigs. These are our pet pigs. That's Tommy on the right, that's Hamilton in the middle, and that is Meg on the left. Meg and Hamilton, as my kids like to say, are married, and they are American guinea hogs. They are about 11 years old now, though, so they are no longer breeding. They're an old married couple at this point. That they're too big to marry, or too big to breed. And that is Tommy. Tommy we rescued just recently from somebody that had raised him in their home, and then he got big. And the husband said, we're done with him. He's too big. So they brought him here, and he is very sweet. He comes when called. He knows a bunch of tricks, and he gets super excited when we come out here. So they are coming over to say hello. But we are out in our shade garden because we just redid some pots that you'll see in a video. And we have the hellebores that we pulled out of those pots, and we're going to plant those out here. And then I went to the garden center and I picked up some azaleas. Azaleas, these are called Happy Days. They're so gorgeous. So it's about the end of their season, but that's okay. We're gonna get them planted out here to get some color. This is, there's stuff planted in here, but there's no winter color out here. I did plant a camellia a few weeks ago. Right there, you can see a camellia. We do have the calla lilies in the back by the creek. And then we've got some Japanese maples, a lot of deciduous stuff in here. That's a dogwood right there, that tree. We've got some hydrangeas you can see. I've got some new growth coming on them. So I've got a dead lemon cypress that I need to pull out. So we're gonna put the hellebores out here. I did plant, you can see I've got some plugs that I started of hellebores. These are pretty small ones. But hellebores are great. They call them a woodland plant. Okay, so we have hellebores that we planted in the pots, and now we're transplanting them out into the garden. We have azaleas. I mean, that's all that's going to go in the shade garden. How's Tommy? He gets freaked out. And that's Comet, our goat in the back. This pen also has our non-breedable goats in it, yeah. So we have Comet, who is a weathered male. He was a bottle baby, so we weathered him, neutered him. And then in back there, you can see, we call that goat back there Unikitty, and she was getting beat up by all the other goats and broke a horn. So she only has one horn. So she is in here because she's a bottom of the totem pole goat. And she always has stillborn babies. And then we have Cinnamon in here somewhere too. And Cinnamon is she was our matriarch of our herd. One of our original ones, but she's back there, right there. She has blown out teats. So she can't nurse. So she does not get bred anymore either. So this is our it's our bachelor / old animal pen, but they like to come say hi to us. Back to the task at hand. So we are going to plant the hellebores. Hellebores are a woodland, they call them a woodland plant. So they like to grow under trees in the understory. They get the sun in the winter, shade in the summer. So I think they'll do well out here. And then the azaleas should also do okay out here as well. We've had some that didn't do well last year, but we're gonna pull those ones out and put these ones in. So something that I've realized having this property, so we came to this property from just a small, normal lot, 10,000 square foot house. And something I've realized here is that you have to plant things in drifts, plant lots of plants together, otherwise it just gets swallowed up in the landscape. So I'm going to plant all 3 of the hellebores together, and I'll probably put the azaleas somewhat close together too, so that they're a big pop of color. We'll give them room to grow, but we want them to be able to really see them in the landscape. What? This is the stuff we got at the store today. Careful where you're stepping. There's plants in there. Can you Tommy, you're okay. Stretches out so much. I don't know. Here, you want to go in there? This is Hamilton. Hamilton, you can see he is a big boy. He was severely underweight when I got him back. He went and lived with another family for a couple of years, and I came back and he was super overweight, so we put him on a diet. This is Meg. She was also overweight. They both are on a diet. You can see they both need tummy tucks. They got a lot of saggy skin, both of them. And then this is Tommy. Tommy, say hi. Tommy. Tommy. What's up, buddy? Tommy. Okay, this is the world's longest attempt at trying to get plants planted, because we had to take a break to go see the pigs. We had to feed the pigs. We had to feed the goats. We got babies here, so we're just trying to hurry up and get the plants in the ground at this point. Let's get it done. Okay, so we got the hellebores in. Got it planted here underneath a Japanese maple. And then we did 2 azaleas here. And then we did 1 over there. So right now they're just like a single pop of color and that's all we have out here. But we're gonna start adding some winter interest. I've been so focused on just getting something in the ground and just doing summer plants that now this year I'm really gonna focus on, not this now, but in a year, next year, I'm gonna focus on getting stuff in here in the winter time so that we have winter blooming interest out here. So that's part of the fun of living in zone 9 is that you can have stuff blooming all year long. So like I said, I did plant some hellebore plugs. You can see I've got little tiny plugs here of hellebores. So those will come up next year. They'll actually be larger. This year they're quite small, but they'll be growing next year. I've got some here. So there's some in here. It's just a matter of letting stuff grow. But I like those the hellebores there. I think those are really pretty. I like those. These hellebores are super interesting. I don't know what kind they are. I got them at Costco, but I don't know what they're called. But I think they're so pretty. On the back sides they're pink, and then on the inside they're green, and then these ones are fresh with the yellow stems on the inside. And then when they're dried out, they're like that. And we've been putting these in our bouquet, which are super interesting. Everybody asks, what's that flower? Okay, we have 2 more things to plant. So this one is, Annie picked this out. I've never heard of this plant before. But it's called Calceolara. It's a pocketbook plant, and she liked the red, so we got red. But it looks like it's a cool weather annual, but it says zone 9 to 11. So I don't know, we'll see. We're gonna plant it out here in our shade with the hellebores and the azaleas, and it's red. It doesn't match, but that's okay. Annie loves it, and it's got a super cool little flower on it. So it says it's a shade plant. So we'll put it over here where we need some more color. This is probably a little too sunny. We'll put it over here in the deeper shade. There's some hellebores there, so we don't want to plant it by those. Probably just do it right here. Just do it right there. I have a lot of bulbs out here, so I don't really know where stuff is, so I have to be careful where I'm planting out here. But I think we'll just do it there. Okay, so I didn't record planting that one because I just wanted to get it in the ground. You can know how to plant plants. So we just stuck it there in the ground. It's kind of a cool pop of color out here. I don't know how long it'll last. Like I said, I know nothing about that plant. But look at my peonies. Our peonies, we planted these last fall. So we're not going to be able to cut flowers off of them for bouquets this year. But look, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one has a bud on it. I'm super excited. Can you see that? They have little buds coming out. So that's exciting to me. I've had not good luck with peonies, but all of a sudden these are doing well. All right, we have 1 more thing to plant. This is the grass that I split from the pots. I bought these as a 2-gallon, and they had 3 plants on them, so I split them in half. Put the other half in the pots, and then we're gonna find a place to put these. I think we're gonna put them out here on the berm. This is our berm. We have a few grasses out here, but I think we'll add some of these other as the grasses to it. So, or maybe I do the grasses out here. That'd be kind of cool. Summer, winter interest with the red strappies. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. I've got so much going on around here, so every day I feel like we've got a million projects plus chasing kids around, so it's a little bit chaotic, but hope you enjoyed that. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.